Pangolin? Pangolin? Isn't that this manufacturer that only makes shields? And isn't an allegiance run where you stay absolutely loyal to one specific manufacturer? That's right, in this playthrough I'm only going to use shields and class mods. I've made 3 very basic specifications for this run. Rule number 1, badass bonus stats must be turned off. But if I'm being honest, I didn't even check, whatever. By the way, Claptrap offered me here a perfect parted coach gun. But hey, I knew better. Anyways, rule number 2, no relics. Except if the relic just functions as a placeholder and keeps me from equipping any random relics on accident. And the last rule, cars are not forbidden. Yes, I'm gonna use cars for driving, for shooting and for personal enjoyment. You'll see what I mean. I know there's really nothing out of the ordinary amongst these rules, but remember, for dealing damage we have no items, only the power of a siren. Here I went down for the very first time as I was abandoning Hammerlock's nearly abandoned camp, but I got up again, and while fighting through the next settlement, I couldn't help but to remember Scooter's wise words.
Third-degree burns are best taken in shifts.
I tried my very best to follow his advice, but I was weak, and I realized I couldn't take the second shift and get away alive, so I ran away.
Ran away?
Yes, like the coward I was, I ran and I prayed for my life. With restored health, I came back, but again I had a near-death experience with an adult, Bullymong. I sprinted up the hill with just 2 health points left, which I don't think I would have been able to do without my immeasurable cowardness supplying me with adrenaline. I was too traumatized to go back to where I ran from, so I decided to search for the last piece of Bullymong hair somewhere else. So I save and quit in the hope of finding a smaller bully. But on the way there, I had yet another traumatic experience. This time with the armed Homo sapiens. If only one of them had chosen to peek around the corner, it would have been the end of me. I sat there praying. Praying for dear life and praying for them to the aggro. And once again my prayers were heard. Thanks guys, I don't even want to walk away, but Eventually I managed to separate one smaller bully from the adults and I got the last piece of fur. Unfortunately this mission didn't give me enough XP to level me up, and I needed the level up to have phase lock for Boom Boom, so I convinced myself to use the DLCs for this matter. This one guy with a dangerous fire pistol was the last hurdle before Boom Boom. Luckily he was blind enough to let a coward like me take him out from afar. I got nervous as I was fighting Boom Boom for the first time, especially when he started to throw explosives at my feet while I was circling him, and I didn't know whether or not these explosives were deadly to me. Okay. Oh, good, he missed. Also there I nearly died to a stationary object, but then I didn't, so that's good. I continued extracting XP from the mini-boss until I was level 9. At this point of the playthrough, I was still expecting to buy my very first shield in Sanctuary, meaning this would be an entirely gearless run until then. But on from level 10 I decided to level myself up on Wham Bam Island, and there I immediately made a major discovery in Dr. Zed's vendor. I bought it on the spot and I decided that I wanted to level up so far that I could wear my first shield before moving on to meet Captain Flint. Whenever my health bar was tickled a little too much for comfort, guess what? I ran away! And as soon as I felt like the floor was decorated well enough, I traveled back to Southern Shelf, very overleveled for that area. At first Flint didn't want to let me in. What? He can go... What? Cheater! But I couldn't let the door stop me. No, I was made to climb over doors. So I beat up this behemoth of Captain Flint with my tender hands, and I found it amusing that the bandits below had such inaccurate guns that I could just sit on Flint's podium and patiently regenerate my shield. In 3 horns, the first thing I did was kill my nemesis. I couldn't resist the urge to flip. I built a pyramid with a badass bully on top. I met Reese for the first and for the last time, and the coward I was, I naturally ignored the optional mission objective. Ha! You would think so! No, I couldn't. I had no choice here because Reese was no coward like myself. No, Reese proved his unconditional commitment to his community. He took on this pack of psychos with merely his bare fists, and he stayed in the fight to his last breath. And that makes him a man of honor. Revenge was the least he deserved. Anyways, Sanctuary was reached, but Mercy was a challenge. Here I went down for the second time, but again, fortunately I was somewhat prepared. Also there was this side mission where you have to shoot this ladder, but fun fact, a grenade does it just as well. Finding the Firehawk was my next task, but before I would go to Frostburn Canyon I wanted to be able to carry more grenades around with me. Therefore I safely farmed Iridium in Southpaw's Steam and Power, and also money by selling the stuff from this chest so I could farm the slot machines in Sanctuary for more Iridium, and so I could buy backpack upgrades from Crazy Arrow.
What's the fattest piece of loot you've ever found, Vault Hunter? Mine is a spoon I pulled out of my dad's eye after Jack killed him with it.
Wait, what? That was a reference to what Jack says when you come to the Highlands the first time.
I went on with assassinating some assassins for a minuscule amount of XP. Watt used his last words to make me a compliment. I also had a really enjoyable time with One.
That was enjoyable.
Wreath's face reminded me of someone I've seen before. Whatever. Since there were mostly basic enemies and I was 2 levels higher than them, this was a rather relaxing side mission. Back in Sanctuary I had some money to invest. Also, you wouldn't guess who I met there again.
Behind Jack's mask, there is a tiny alien controlling the robot structure that is Handsome Jack. Under Jack's mask is his horribly disfigured twin, Ugly Mac. He killed Jack and took his face. I bet Jack is actually General Knox, and he wears a mask to hide it. Once you take off Jack's mask, you'll find out he's actually Scooter in disguise.
What the heck? He has so many theories.
I regarded Frostburn Canyon as an unnecessary hazard to my life, so I sprinted through, avoiding enemy contact as best as I could. Having just met the Firehawk, she immediately disrespected me by giving compliments to the bandits who were shooting at me. But I was mainly worried about the badass psychos I would have to fight. It turned out to be a lovely dance, not a fight. My next mission was to rescue Roland from the Bloodshots. The infiltration went easy, but I wasn't sure about how well I could deal with the Bloodshots and the Warden, me being level 15. Badmaw certainly required the coward strat, and so I thought I definitely have to level up a good bit before I continue. I tried progressing on Wampum Island as far as I could, but that got me into some dicey situations.
Hope the other guy doesn't get too close. He does get dangerously... Oh no! No, no, no! That is dangerous. Oh no! There's my grenade! What the hell? Got him! And him too. Oh no, what is that? Oh no. I'm out.
In Oasis, the pirates were on my level. I wanted to at least talk to Shade there and check out the side missions he had. I had not played this DLC often in the past, and I did not realize the danger I was facing right there.
Oh no. Oh hell. Oh no. What? No.
So let's start the death counter.
Ah, annoying. Would have loved this to be one life. But I'll keep going.
I did talk to Shade after that incident, and I did the most basic side missions there. Unfortunately, I have no footage of how I was sniped dead from behind once more while I was running towards the buried treasure, which would yield barely any XP at all. So with my death count now exceeding the levels I gained in this area, I made my way to the Warden Constructor with very little confidence. The large capacity of my Pangolin shield really carried me through there. Arriving at the Constructor, I honestly expected to die for a third time. I knew that all Constructors have a 90% resistance to grenade damage, so I saw no other way but to smack it. To my surprise, the smacking did something, and the loaders, which had spawned around me, They weren't really doing much against me, and a glimmer of hope arose.
Nice, we're fine. We are very fine. Whew, we made it!
Guys, friends, let me know how you like this little movie and this challenge. 2 more parts of this will be coming out since everything is already recorded. Will I survive the evolving markets in Tundra Express? Will I defeat Wilhelm? What do you think? Let me know down below. Have a nice day. Bye bye!